people, I'm 29 weeks along and I have a trivia question for you. What's the heaviest thing in the world? Aside from my belly, of course, which feels like the heaviest thing in the world right now, is sleepy eyelids, the heaviest thing in the world. I have been so tired. So tired. Okay, so 29 weeks. I had an appointment, 2 days ago on Monday, and everything is good so far, blah, blah, blah. Well, kind of. Okay, so let me go through my list because I obviously made one because I have what they call pregnancy brain and can't remember really anything. So, weight gain. I was a little shocked to see the number on the scale when I went to my appointment. Like I said, I don't weigh myself at all at home other than when I do a video and, get my weight gain for this. But I have gained 25 pounds, which isn't, I feel like my last pregnancy I gained that by like 17 weeks, So I'm okay with that. I feel the 25 pounds. I feel like I'm more physically active this pregnancy than I was with my last. Even though I worked out with my last, I didn't work out as much as I do now. I feel it in my face. Like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I'm rounding out, which is typical with my pregnancies, which also old wives' tales, I think, says that like if your face gets rounder, you're gonna have a girl. Who knows? Anyway, I think that's just my body. I also feel it in my hips, obviously, and in my belly. The baby's getting bigger. Baby's the size of I don't know what kind of fruit. I haven't even looked it up yet. Baby's getting bigger, probably like 2.5 pounds by now, maybe 3 pounds. Oh my gosh, the baby's getting so big. I'm almost 30 weeks. Next week I'll be 30 weeks. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. Like once you hit 30 weeks in your pregnancy, it's kind of like it all happens so fast after that. Unless you're like 38 weeks along or full term, 40 weeks, and then it feels like an eternity. Anyway, that was a long side note. What else? Oh, I got my Rogaine shot at my appointment. Something I have to do because I'm O negative. Both of my previous babies have both been A positive blood types, so I need the Rogaine shot. What else? Oh, my glucose test. She told me the results and everything looked really good. I wasn't even borderline, not even anywhere close, which is a good thing. But she also told me, I mentioned she, always asks my OB, how's everything going? And I was like, good, but I'm feeling a little tired. I think that's probably because I'm just overdoing it, or, I'm waking up too early, not getting enough sleep because I'm waking up to go pee every 5 seconds, and I told her probably my diet, like I just need to bump up my greens. So she's like, let me look at your iron levels, and she said I was borderline low. So, which is kind of like, whoops, because I do feel like I have not been eating enough greens and enough like iron rich foods, so I'm definitely trying to eat more of those, but I have been super tired lately. And of course, like we all make, as I think women/moms, we all kind of make excuses for ourselves and our bodies, and we're like, oh, I'm just tired because of XYZ. When really, like, my body's growing a human being and I probably need some more iron-rich foods in me. So I've been working on getting more of that before I go down like the whole supplement road. I'd rather just get it naturally with foods and stuff. What else? Oh, and I told her, she was like, okay, let's look up your iron. Maybe you're anemic. Let's see what's going on. So she looked it up and I was like borderline. She just told me, if I needed to get a supplement, if to make me feel better. Oh my gosh, my light isn't on. Oh my gosh. That whole time my light wasn't on. I'm so sorry. I hope this is better lighting for you. Whatever, I'm not going to re-record what I just did because I have to pick up my daughter in like 7 minutes. So, what was I saying? Oh, so she's going to check if I have like anemia or anything like that. And I told her in the past ago, a while ago, over 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with like microcytic anemia, which is basically just stating that I have small blood cells that aren't big enough to carry all of the iron. So for a while, I took like slow release iron supplements, but I haven't taken those in a really long time. I find that if I just eat a lot of iron-rich foods, I'm good to go. So that's what I'm doing. She also checked on baby. She said the heart rate was 134 beats per minute, which you know, going off the old wives' tales, says that it's a boy, I don't know. But also as the baby gets bigger, the heart rate slows down, so science, I don't know. How many research studies have been done on that? Probably a few. What else? Oh, she also checked baby's position, and I know I'm only 29 weeks, so it kind of, you know, baby still has a few weeks to groove and flip and move along. But currently the baby is breech, which in my mind I was like, red lights flashing, breech, 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 baby, don't want that. But I also realized I'm only 29 weeks along, so I'm not like in the zone where I really need to worry about that yet. But it was really cool being able to feel like exactly where baby is. She kind of like showed me how to map out the body parts, because I was like, I've been wondering. So I like felt the baby's head. It was pretty cool. Anyway, what else is going on? How have I been feeling? I've been feeling huge. And yeah, basically I've been getting a lot of comments more and more frequently when people meet me. Oh, are you due soon? Like, no. I mean, what's soon? It's a kind of relative term, so I guess I could say, yeah, I'm due soon. I can finally say, hey, I'm in my 3rd trimester, but I also, you know, soon, 2.5 months is not very soon. So when I tell them I'm due in the end of November, it's a sad moment. Oh my gosh, my workouts have been getting so much more difficult. I don't know if it's because I'm like getting that much bigger and my balance is being thrown off. On Monday, I do a body flow class every Monday, which is basically yoga, Pilates, and Tai Chi. And when we get to the balance portion, I notice that I can definitely not balance the way that I normally can. You know, I'm like falling over, and I have to like obviously modify my movements because I'm bigger. But yeah, I've noticed my balance, not only my balance, but my strength. I feel super weak, and I know part of that is because like all my ligaments are loose and everything, but yeah, I mean, I feel weak. I worked out today, do a body pump class on Tuesday, and which is like weight training. And I mean, I'm not like pumping 200 pounds here, no. I keep it really low. But I was vacuuming when I got home. I was like, I need to clean the house. I was vacuuming. I am not even kidding. My triceps were killing me. And not because I worked out this morning, like I'm not sore, but I was pushing the vacuum and I was like, oh my gosh, my muscles. I like couldn't do it. I was like, did my carpet get thicker overnight, or am I just getting super weak / really tired? I was like, I can't finish vacuuming the rest of my house. But it's getting a little sad over here, okay? Cravings this week. Okay, so I'm hungry all the time. I don't know if that's just a Kim thing, like a me thing, because I do eat a lot, typically, or if that's like my body's craving iron nutrients rich foods and I'm not really giving it to my body, so I'm like eating everything else that I find. Anyway, the foods that I've been craving are pineapple, delicious, cake, but like everyone loves cake, I feel like, so that's probably not a pregnancy craving. It's probably just like, I want some cake, you know what I mean? And making an excuse like, oh, I'm pregnant, I can eat cake, whatever. Let me eat my cake. Brussels sprouts, which is good, you know, green vegetable. And that's pretty much it. That's all I wrote. I wrote hungry all the time, I run. I have no idea. I can't even read my notes. How sad is that? I did take time to make notes. Anyway, if you're pregnant, congratulations. Let me know how far along you are down below and how you've been feeling. Are my symptoms pretty much on the same scale as you? I don't feel like I was this tired this early on with my past 2 pregnancies, but I also don't think I was this busy. You know, at this point in my pregnancies with my past. But yeah, so that is it for the update. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you stick around, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I put stuff in her lunch that I know she's going to eat because yesterday she like ate nothing but her fingernails. So